No matter how many times you go racing, you'll never see a more competitive field than this. For these are the runners in a race no one can afford to lose, and the stakes are high. They're just some of the favourites among the super minis, which now make up a part of the market which has grown dramatically in importance over the past 2 years. And you'll notice in the middle of this lineup there's a mystery car, one of the most important new cars to join this particular race. It's the long-awaited Metro from Leyland Cars. Now the Metro will not be officially unveiled until this year's motor show in October, but tonight we're going to lift the veil of secrecy which surrounds the car. First though, what does it have to do to beat the competition? Let's look at each one of our rivals to the Metro in turn. And in each case we're showing you their price range and approximately how much of the market they hold. First, the Fiesta. Now this really is the target car for Metro. If Leyland want to sell anything near their quota of Metros, they'll have to convince Fiesta buyers to go for a Metro instead. They'll try to show that Metro has more room, and they'll be spending a great deal of time and money to counter the Ford line that the Fiesta is the cheapest car on the road to repair and maintain. Next, the VW Polo. Tremendous appeal in the reliability field, based largely on the old Beetle reputation. But many Polo owners talk about the lightness of the controls and the tremendous reserves of road holding. Metro will have to be just as good, if not better. The Toyota Starlet. Again, a big sales boost for many of the Japanese is their legendary reliability. Now, Leyland have taken a lot of stick in the past on this one, but the Metro looks like being the best developed car from the company for years. Certainly, it's had all the time and money the engineers wanted for its test program. The Renault 5. This happens to be the sporty Gordini version, but it's a car renowned for its economy. Can Leyland compete? Well, the Metro will be powered by a very old engine, it's true. The old A-series first emerged back in the 1940s. But the Metro will have an A-plus version in 1100 and 1300 form that is rumoured to be returning some pretty impressive MPG figures. Fiat's 127, one of the earliest cars in its class and now rather showing its age. But Fiat have always managed to give their cars a bit of flair and personality. And too many Leyland cars by comparison have been stodgy and stiff. The Metro will need some brio all of its own, especially when it comes to competing in Europe. Last of all, the Peugeot 104, the product of one of the biggest car makers around, Peugeot Citroën Talbot. And the public knows that they make tough, sturdy cars that last a long time. Metro buyers will want to see the same sort of solid engineering, the same air of quality in their choice of car. But we can take a look underneath the skin. One man in a unique position to do this is Carl Olsen. He's a director of Ogle Design and a tutor at the Royal College of Art Automobile Design course. Carl, what do you make of the Metro? Do you think it's going to be a success on the marketplace?
Well, having seen it, Chris, I feel quite optimistic about it. This is the fastest growing segment of the car market, and I think Leyland have done a good job in assessing what other people have done and learning from it and incorporating their experience in this product.
Well, when you look at the Metro against some of the other cars we've seen today, the glass area seems to be much deeper. There's a lot more space all around the driver and passenger. Now, one of the things you pointed out to us was that the Metro appeared to have very deep sills.
Right.
And you think this aids the safety aspect of the car quite a lot?
Well, it must do. If I made a guess, this car was conceived at a time when Ralph Nader was at his most vociferous.
Who do you think is going to buy the Metro? Which buyer profile would you go for?
Well, obviously they're going to aim at the market that the other main competitors are already in, i.e. small families. I think it's definitely a family car, but I think Leyland have one advantage over their main competitors insofar as the association with a Mini, which has always been a classless car, means that they could, in fact, reach a much wider market than most of their competitors are able to.
Thank you very much, Carl. Well, that's our preview of the Metro, and from what we've seen of it, it looks like a winner. And one factor that can only help the Metro is the speed at which the Super Mini class is expanding. Experts are predicting that it could account for over 50% of the new car market by the end of next year. And that gives Leyland a hell of a marketing opportunity. Let's hope for all our sakes they seize it.